So hello and welcome again to the Maths Guide. And over the last few days and weeks, we've been looking at quite a lot of algebra. We've been looking at expressions, combining expressions, subtracting expressions. We've been looking at functions and we've been looking at balancing equations to find out a missing variable value. So now I'd like to go back and have a look at some ordinary real life questions instead of looking at algebra. So today we're going to look at timetables and we're going to be asking the question, how many hours and minutes are between two different times? So for the first question, I'm going to be asking the difference between two times on the same day. So the question is, a train leaves Dublin at 12:45 and arrives in Cork at 16:50. How long in hours and minutes does this journey take? So to answer this question, we're going to take the arrival time, 16:50, and subtract the departure time, 12:45. So this question is 16:50 minus 12:45. It's a straightforward question. 50 minutes minus 45 minutes gives us 5 minutes, and 16 hours minus 12 hours gives us 4 hours. So our answer is 4 hours and 5 minutes. Please note that the separation there is between hours and minutes, so 16 hours and 50 minutes. One more thing, in the exercise, you'll be asked to give your answer in the form something h plus something m, meaning how many hours and how many minutes your answer was. So in this question, the answer was 4 hours and 5 minutes. So the answer that you're going to write down in the exercise is 4h plus 5m to represent 4 hours and 5 minutes. That's just the way the exercise works, but the question, you just work it out the same way using a subtraction. Let's have a look at times on the same day again. This time, a train leaves Dublin at 12:45 and arrives in Cork at 16:20. The question again is, how long in hours and minutes does this journey take? Once more, you're going to have the arrival time, 16:20, and subtract the departure time, 12:45. However, in this question, you'll notice that you're trying to subtract 50 minutes from 20 minutes, so you're going to have to borrow from the hours column. However, please remember that when you take an hour from the hours column, you're adding 60 minutes to the minutes column, not 10 minutes. So you don't get 120, you're adding 60 minutes to the minutes column, which gives us 80 minutes in the minutes column. So 16 hours and 20 minutes becomes 15 hours and 80 minutes. We're going to subtract 1250, straightforward subtraction, to give us an answer of 3 hours and 30 minutes. Once again, in the exercise, you're going to give the answer 3h plus 30m to represent 3 hours and 30 minutes. Now we're going to look at times on different days. In this question, a train leaves at 12:45 on Friday and arrives at 16:20 on Saturday. And we're asked again, how long in hours and minutes does this journey take? So the time of arrival is 16 hours and 20 minutes plus 1 day, less the time of departure. Again, it's the time of arrival minus the time of departure. However, the arrival time is 1 day later. So we need to, again, convert that day into hours in order to do this subtraction. Remember that 1 day is 24 hours, so you're adding 24 hours to the hours column. 24 plus 16 gives us 40 hours and 20 minutes, and you're subtracting 12 hours and 45 minutes. Again, 45 is larger than 20, so we're going to need to take 1 hour from the hours column and add it to the minutes column. Remember that an hour is 60 minutes that you're adding to the minutes column, so the 60 minutes added to the 20 minutes gives us 80 minutes. So 40 hours and 20 minutes becomes 39 hours and 80 minutes. Again, you're subtracting 12:45 from that, and your answer is 27 hours and 35 minutes. Finally, again, in the exercise, you're going to give the answer in the form 27h plus 35m. Later, we'll be looking at speed, but for the moment, let's just answer the times on different dates questions. All the questions are going to be arrival time, subtract departure time to get your answer. And you just need to remember that when you're converting a day into hours, you're adding 24 hours. And remember, when you're taking an hour to the minutes column, you're adding 60 minutes. So that's all there is to it. Have a go at the questions and the best of luck.